Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
125 is better. Okay, it's a networking basics or networking essentials. This is a lengthy topic. Lengthy means it is a simple topic, but so many things we are seeing in the networking basics. So of course, as per today 01 12, so 2022. Okay, so let's just okay. So first of all, I will give you a small overview. What are the things in this networking basics we're going to learn? Okay. The first thing is what is network? What is network? Networking. What is internetwork? What is internetworking? Okay. What is a different type of networks based on the geographical range, like a landman can kind of stuff. Okay. Next, what is intranet? What is internet? Default gateways. What is NIC? Different type of NICs. Okay, sorry, NICs. Okay, MAC address. Already we have seen what is MAC address. Okay, we know how to check IP address and all. So different type of cables we use in the network. Okay. Next, different devices we use in the network, like hubs, switches, routers, modem. What are those devices? What is the use of those devices? Okay, what is a small office, home office network means? How devices are there? What is their role? What is currently we are using a Wi-Fi router? What is that actually do? What are the components are there? And physical topologies, bus topology, ring topology, mesh topology, star topology kind of stuff. And also we'll discuss about IP addresses, IPv4, IPv6 and classes and subnet mask and what is private IP port, part, NAT technologies we are using. OSA layer model. Of course, before I IP address, we will discuss about OSA. OSA model, 7 layers and protocols and their port numbers, different protocols we use in the network and their port numbers. Application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, TCP, UDP differences, network data link and physical layers. And what is the use of learning this OSA layer for troubleshooting, how we can use it for troubleshooting and different networking commands, TCP IP to OSA layer comparison, we'll discuss. So these are the things we are going to discuss. And first thing is share PPTs. So you can access the PPT anytime. So your batch is 10 batch, right? So where is 10? Notes link you already know. So same day, same link only every day. I will share it again. Right? Startup. So what is network? What is a network? Okay. So interconnection of two or more devices called a network. For example, you take devices. Devices word we are using, not computers. Why? Because earlier days only computer networking is there. But now there is a different type of devices like a mobile phones, tabs, TVs, smart TVs are there, right? So all are you can't say only computer part, right? So we have to tell it is different devices. Okay. Either they're connected wired or wirelessly, but they are connected. So the connection, interconnection of the devices, we call it as a network. It's a only symbolic representation. What is a network? Connection of two or more devices. Okay. For example, this device name is A, B, C, and D. If in case, if so, by doing some IP addresses, protocols, port numbers, so by that one, you can able to communicate by one system to another system. So you are able to communicate between these interconnected devices. If you are able to communicate between these interconnected devices called networking. Okay. What is the network? Interconnection of two or more devices called a network. Okay. Communication between two or more devices is called a networking. Okay. What is internetwork? What is internetwork? Interconnect network is a connection of two or more different networks. For example, this is a network one. I have another network, separate network. Okay, I have another network. Okay, like this, I have a multiple networks. This is another network. This is another network. Separate network. For example, in my home, I have a network. In your home, you have a network. In our office, we have a network. So separate networks. Okay. I am giving these names like A1, B1, C1, D1. This is A2, B2, C2, just for our understanding. For example, this is my another network, network 2. This is my network 3. So here I put a name A3, A4, A5, sorry, A3, B3, okay, and C3. Okay, so different names, just for our understanding. Okay, so if you want to communicate, you are communicating from A1 to B1, means you are communicating in your network only. So we don't require any separate device here, just through your switch or a router, switch or a hub or direct connection, you can able to connect and communicate. Okay, if in case, just in case, you want to communicate from A1 to A2 or B1 to B3. So we need to connect these networks. Think like this, these networks are not in same room, there are separate networks. We keep it them as a separate logical and as well as a physical networks. So we can connect these networks like this, we can able to connect it, or maybe through some other routers we can connect it. So it is an interconnection of two or more networks. This is a network, this is a network. We are connected this network to this network. That is interconnection. Why I put a round symbol here? The round symbol represent router. The router is a device, is a inter-networking device. Inter-networking device. Either they connect directly or maybe they will connect through ISP, through internet service providers, through some other routers, they will connect. Okay. So interconnection of two or more networks is called a interconnection of two or more networks called a internetwork. Sorry,
Network.
connection of two or more networks called a internetwork. Communication between different networks called a
Internetwork.
networking. For example, D1 want to communicate A2. So packet will send to this and then this router, then this one, and like this, it will reach here. Okay. So from A1 to B1, we don't need this router part. So we don't need a external to send outside. We are not sending packet outside. But here we are sending packet outside of our network.
Sir,
Sir, you are not audible.
Now can you able to hear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
yes, sir.
Automatically I don't know. Okay, so C1 want to communicate A3. Packet has to travel from C1 to switch to router, this router, router to this router, router to this router. Finally, it will reach here. Okay, but C1 or D1 both are communicating outside of network. But what is the main exit point from to what main entry point for exiting from the network is this interface only. This particular interface we call it as a default gateway. To gateway to go outside and communicate. So again, the connection of two or more devices is called a network. Communication. Okay. Communication between two or more interconnected devices called networking. Internetworking means connection of two or more. Internetwork means connection of two or more networks. Internetworking means communication between two or more means in communication between different networks. So C1, D1 is able to communicate to A2 and A3 because of internetworking. Router is a internetworking device. Again, that is the point. Okay, so this is first point. Second one, different type of networks are there.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
sir, I have a question. Like, sir, when you say like packets are being sent from one network to a different network, sir, does that mean that we are sending data which is divided into segments or chunks? Like what
Yeah,
we are referring when we are saying a packet?
actually, we are calling commonly as a packet. Okay, as you said, like a segment or a part. So again, the segment word is different from one place to segment to another place segment. Segment or a chunk or a piece. Okay, so in OSA layers, we have 7 layers at transport layer. The fourth layer is transport layer. Data will be divided into small part. Data will be divided into small pieces. Okay, so in the context, earlier context, so we don't think about this is a segment part or not. Finally, we are sending certain signal, but the packet word again at a network layer. At network layer, it is a packet word is there. But in general, we are sending a packet means that were main data. Okay, so that is a packet means it's a general word we are using in networking. Not this exact packet word, but we are using a packet means we are sending some data. Okay, which contains source IP address, destination IP address, source MAC address, destination MAC address, your data, your protocols, and your request informations. Okay.
Good
Uh,
afternoon, sir.
what it
Sir,
is?
sir, I have one question.
Tell me, tell me.
Sir, what is difference between router and gateway?
Yeah, router is actually inter-networking device which connects, which make a communication between different networks, right?
Yes, yes,
Gateway, router act like a, in a certain places, router also act like a default gateway.
yes,
Okay, router also act like a default gateway. But meaning of default gateway is you are in a your own LAN network. You are in a network. To communicate within the
yes,
network, we don't require any gateway address or through gateway within your logical or a physical network. So
yes,
you are communicating each other without any specific gateways. But when you want to communicate different network, so you have to go outside of your network. Different logical network or logical and physical networks are there. You want
yes,
to communicate, you need a gateway.
yes, yes,
Okay. Gateway can be different device. Gateway devices can be there. But here in this one, the gateway means meaning of gateway is when you are communicating outside of your network.
yes,
Alright? The entry. Normally door or gate, what it is? It's a entry or exit point, right? You can go outside or came inside through that one only. So in generally, we use a router as a gateway because when you are communicating outside of your network.
okay, sir.
So can
Sir,
you give
there
example
is a
of few gateway
case use.
devices?
Other than router,
Yes.
gateway is actually not only a device wise, is a terminology wise also there. Okay, so which way, which port? The port is also which port you are sending data or receiving data through a particular port in a router. Okay, so then a
Like
modem
Ethernet,
or a
sir,
modem.
like we use Ethernet cable and it is also gateway.
Mm,
Gateway
Ethernet,
is a hold the address of source to destination, I think, because it decide where the packets are delivered.
gate and means actually your modem is also act like a gateway because you're in the internal network. You want to connect internet means you are going outside means it is a passage type, not exactly as a terminology, but it is a passage type. Okay. Okay. So we'll come back to the gateway again. So I think after this one, or later also. Okay, guys. So there is a different type of networks. Based, these networks are divided into different types. Why? Because based on the geographical range or size. Originally, there is a two main networks. One is LAN, another one is WAN network. It is, but geographical size is there. So then, LAN local area network, CAN campus area network, MAN metropolitan area network, WAN wide area network. So mainly four networks are there: local area network, campus area network, MAN metropolitan area network, WAN wide area network. It is. Take a LAN, guys. I have a simple room. There is a 10 computers. I connected with a switch or a hub, and I am communicating between these 10 computers. It is a simple LAN communication. And the size can be a single room to an entire floor, or maybe it can be a entire building. That is the physical range of a LAN communication. Okay. So how you connect and how you communicate does not matter. It is depends upon administration. Means it is all entire building is under one single administration. Direct connectivities. So that is again LAN only. It's a very simple geographically say a single room to entire building sizes comes under LAN type of communication. CAN. CAN is a campus area network. Means you take a college campus, university campus, certain organizations like you go to TechM or maybe TCS, Infosys, Wipro, like big organizations having different set of buildings are there. So for example, you take university or college, different departments are there. EC department, mechanical department, EEE department, MBA department. In some places, science related department, arts department, administrative building, principal offices. Each building is, if you think one single LAN network, if you combine all these LANs together, but within the campus, you are not communicating outside of a campus. Within the campus is a campus area network. The range, the word we use, the campus area network. Okay, within the campus. Next one is MAN, Metropolitan Area Network. In a cities, if you take metropolitan like Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, these are metropolitan cities, right? In the metropolitan cities, within the city, so we are making a connectivity that to mainly different departments like fire department, road department, water department, electricity department, police, court, okay, hospitals. So you make a network within the city between these different departments, and also you can connect it to the people who are living within the city. They can able to communicate. Okay, that is a MAN network, metropolitan area network. Wide area network, WAN, wide area network. What is a wide area network? So I am in a Hyderabad office. My head office in, for example, Extra. Another office in Paris, for example, another office in Pune. I want to communicate between these offices. I want to share my server information to other other geographically different located people. So then I use WAN communication. WAN means wide area network. It is a networks of network, global network it is. Okay. So you want to communicate outside of your local network to the global, so you need a WAN communication. Guys, look at here. So here I've written few things. What it is? It's very simple terminology type of networks. Local area network, campus area network, metropolitan area networks, and wide area network. So first one is local area network means it is a local network. It is a private network. Okay, Akash Singh King. Okay, so local area network. It is
Sir,
nothing but
Harshit also present.
you tell me.
Sir, sir, I am Harshit also present. So mark my attendance.
Harshit, Harshit. Okay, so LAN is your own private network. So it is not internet. No, you have 10 computers, 20 computers, or 30 computers, or 100 computers. You are connected these computers or devices through either switches, routers, or hubs. You are communicating. So that is your own private network. For example, you are in a home, your laptop, mobile phone, your tablet, your TV, your desktops are all connected. That is your own LAN network. And your LAN is connected to internet via your Wi-Fi router or a modem kind of stuff. Then only you are communicating outside of your network. If in case, if you are disconnected from the internet, but still you can able to communicate within the LAN. Within the LAN, you don't require any internet connection. Okay, so that's why it is called a local network or a private network. Yeah, someone is asking something.
Sir, we can use LAN network in colleges or hospitals and building.
LAN.
Yes.
College, hospitals. For example, if you take hospital, one big building hospital, you can connect the devices. So whether it is a computer devices or any hospital-based equipment having a LAN connectivity, or you have a server inside, or I went to one hospital. Like that is a Sunday. I want to pick up the reports. So I went to
Yes.
hospital, and there is a system is there, one kind of interface it is. I have to enter the ID. Once I put ID, that automatically prints are came because they saved everything in their servers. Okay. So
Oh,
one building means it is a single LAN. So you can connect all these devices together, make it communicate. So obviously it is a LAN network. It is purely private network also. Okay. Without internet, we can communicate with the devices within our network in LAN communication. Okay. It is a private.
okay.
So campus area network within the campus, the size is limited to your campus size only. Within like ECE department want to communicate, EEE department, electrical department, or electrical department need an information from computer department. So then they can communicate it to computer department, but within the campus only. So that is the limit, size limit. Don't mix this internet here, so it will confuse. Man, metropolitan area network. So in my city, so these departments or people want to communicate each other. They will share informations to each other. Or they want to get some information. So then they will create one network, and the size limitation of network is only city limit. That is a man network. Again, WAN network, it is a global network. Networks of network, it is from India to somewhere in the located, like we are accessing google.com, facebook.com, youtube.com, right? So many websites we see, Netflix, Amazon, Flipkart, okay, Amazon Prime, okay. So many things, Disney Hotstars. So where is these servers are located? So it is somewhere in this world, right? Not in India, not in your city. Okay, I'm in Hyderabad. I don't know what are the servers in Hyderabad. So how many are there? So we don't know, right? So still we can able to communicate because of it is WAN communication. So WAN is a global network. Different geographical locations also we can able to communicate. Okay, of course, if you take internet and WAN connectivity, so both are little bit same. Sometimes both are same, sometimes both are not same in a different scenarios. Okay, so that's why we cannot say always a WAN is internet. We cannot declare that kind of stuff. Okay, but to get communicate in the internet, we need a WAN connectivity. You want to access google.com, facebook.com through internet. So it means you need a WAN connectivity. Without WAN connectivity, you cannot connect it to your internet. Okay. So WAN is a global network, public network it is. So internet is actually global and public network. WAN can be private or public, depends upon the organization and connectivities. Okay, there is a two words, guys. One is intranet and another one is internet. One is intranet, another one is internet. This diagram is useful, but I will draw again. Think like this. This is a server I have in my LAN network. I have a one LAN network. I have a server in my LAN communication, LAN system. No outside communication. Okay. So there are connected in the network. So network connection is there, communication is there. I'm in the networking mode. For example, this is a server. Okay. I want to access this server from here. So I will access directly this server. To access this server, for example, it is a web server. I'm accessing website from that server. Or maybe it is a mail server. I'm accessing mails from the server. To access, I'm not using any external connection. I'm within the network only. I'm accessing within the LAN only. I'm accessing. Meaning is it is an intranet. Intranet means it's a local. It is a private network. Internet, for example, I have to open facebook.com, youtube.com or netflix.com. What I need to connect to the internet. Through internet, I can able to access this. Okay, so to access outside of your network, outside of your private network, so you have to access through WAN or a internet. You have to access, right? So this is internet. So internet is a networks of network again. Internet is networks of network. Any from any corner to any corner, we can able to access information, right? So this is internet. It is simple. If in case your devices within your local network, that is called a intranet within your LAN. If your device or a server or a domain outside of your local network, to access it, we need a internet. It's a public and it is global. Okay. So this is a diagram I created. See, here it is. This is a web server. This is PC3. PC3 accessing web server A. It is intranet. And I removed one thing. This is a google.com. I want to access google.com. So I have to go through router, modem, and ISP, and somewhere it will go on and finally reach google.com. So this is part B. It is internet. So when you are communicating from PC3 to this server A, we don't require any internet, a router or a modem kind of stuff. But when you are communicating from your PC1 to google.com, you have to go through this router. So we are from our local network to outside network, we are communicating, we need a gateway. So we are passing through this gateway only. So router act like a default gateway. Okay, default gateway don't come here, but sometimes how our network is connected, also automatically came. One good question. What is a default gateway kind of stuff? So, when we require to communicate outside of your local network, so we have to send packet through default gateway. So generally our router act like our default gateway. Default gateway device it is. The routers, this IP address. So this router having two connections. You can see one side is local LAN connection, other side is WAN side connection, okay, outside connection. But our default gateway means our LAN side connection, this connection having an IP address. This interface having an IP address. That IP address is our default gateway IP address. Whenever you're checking an IP address, like IP config, okay, so it definitely shows default gateway. Meaning is when I open google.com, facebook.com, youtube.com, so what will happen? Packets are passes through this default gateway. When I try to access 192.168.194.59 or 58, 67, something within my local network, I can able to not require this default gateway. So understand what is default gateway and how to check the default gateway. Mm, yeah, this is a good diagram, but we cannot able to split this diagram. Small parts are there. So that's why guys, compulsory PPT plus you have to go through PPT plus running notes. Running notes tell what are the topics you are completing. Yeah, in the type of networks, I added these things, but I didn't explain. So there is a different type of networks also came into market. Still, I don't understand why these many networks are there. Their standard is even campus and metropolitan area networks also very limited. So we have a two important. One is LAN, another one is WAN. You are communicating in a local means LAN network. You want to communicate outside of your local WAN communication only. So only two networks. But people are adding these numbers nowadays, so we are have to discuss. But out of this one, PAN and HAN is good. So PAN means personal area network. You have a Bluetooth watches, mobile phones, Bluetooth calling facilities, right? So smart shoes, smart wearing clothes, your bikes, smart bikes are there. We have a connectivity between your personal, you and your personal devices. So that is a PAN kind of network. Home area network. So in a home nowadays we are having a TV, smart TVs are there, smart LEDs. Of course, mobile phone, laptops, tablets, and other things. Other than that one, smart printers are came into market. Okay, smart LEDs are there. Alexa, smart LEDs, smart plugs. Okay, these are all we can able to connect together and communicate with them. Okay, of course, for outside communication they need a internet, but so within these devices also we can able to connect it and create a network. So within the home, okay, that is HAN, home area network. And some places there is a different other YANs are there. That is BAN, BAN, body area network. Okay, WAN, VAN. So many LAN, so many are there. Okay, so we don't mind about those things. And there is another popular name. It is shows SAN, storage area network. It is not even a type of network. It is because in this storage area network, it is limited to the storage part only. For storage access, storage method to store data kind of stuff. It is enterprise solutions. We don't see everywhere where is SAN kind of stuff. Only in enterprises, organizations, they use SAN storages to store data. Okay. So storage area network, the name area network, but still it is not part of a main part of your type of networks. But still there is a SAN is there. It is a storage related and it is enterprise. So only we use this kind of stuff. Okay, up to now. The last point before I am going to start about NIC, I will tell these points. Then I will give you only 5 minutes break. Okay. So first one is you want to create your own network, either okay, mostly LAN network or WAN network, internet or whatever it is you want to create a network. You must have a NIC. you have a devices. So what is the network meaning is, first of all, device is there, and this device should be connected to network. How we can able to connect a device to network? Through a network interface card. For example, I have a laptop or maybe a desktop. I need the connectivity one. So wire connectivity or maybe wireless. My laptop having built-in wire connectivity, Ethernet is there, or maybe wireless adapter is there. Mobile phone wireless adapter is there. Tabs mobile wireless adapter is there. You have a desktop, wire connectivity is there. If in case you want a wireless connectivity for a desktop or maybe your laptop, wireless connectivity, the wireless adapter is not working. What to do? You'll buy the wireless adapter, right? Okay. So we'll go to images. See, this is the USB type wireless adapters. Okay, some are we can able to insert directly into the desktop, or you can use this USB wireless adapters to connect to the network. So you can see. Okay. Raspberry by default it is wireless is there, is adding additional wireless connectivity. So this is another one. Not only this, so there is NIC chapter is there, but first thing is you have a device, you want to communicate in the network, the device must have a certain type of NIC based on our network. Next one is we use a different type of cables based on our network, right? Coaxial cable, UTP, STP cables or fiber optical cables, we use it. Of course, nowadays we are also using wireless way of communication. Li-Fi is also there, means light wave, direct light wave based communication is also there. But Li-Fi is almost like 10 years back, they said the Li-Fi is there. Now it is still not there, not yet implemented. Next, networking devices, different networking devices we use it, like for LAN, hub, switches kind of stuff, routers, modems, for a connectivity purpose. To connect in the network, to form a network, we need a connectivity. Okay, so how you connect? So through either hub, switches, routers, and modems. So connection is done. Connection is done. Devices are finally connected with the first 3 points. But now we have to communicate, right? In a communicate, we have to address them. We have to address them, right? I want to communicate it to someone. Means I need their phone number, name, right? We need an address, either name or a number, something I need it. So we need a logical addressing to communicate between the devices. And what type of communication it is? For example, I went to the tea shop. What I will ask, to give me two LAN cables, so increase my salary, grant me 2 days leave, right? No, no, right? So we will go to a tea shop, we will ask for a tea. So what we are communicating, to whom you are communicating, what you are communicating, what is your request, it will be understood by the protocols only. I need access of web page, HTTP protocol. I want to upload or download files from remote server, FTP protocol. Okay. So, or maybe I want to access the mails. So I want to send a mail or receive a mail, SMTP. So protocols are defined what type of communication it is. What is that communication? Okay. So this is the basic requirement of your networks, your network. So I will, after small break, I will explain what is NIC, different type of Ethernets, MAC addresses again. How to check MAC address, you know already. So if you want, we'll see once more. Okay, then we'll see what are the different cables we use in the network. Okay. NIC cables and topologies. The last we will see about devices. So take just relax for 5 minutes.